Well, well, well. Old fish-faced Sturgeon has been caught with her pants down. Figuratively speaking, of course. After she was snapped at a funeral without a face covering on. What's interesting is that she was said to be attending the wake of a Scottish Government civil servant who died with COVID. But yet even that fact didn't even help to remind her to keep her face covered. Police Scotland, however, said that they would not be taking any action, saying that the First Minister had apologised and acknowledged this inadvertent breach of the regulations. It was amazing how so many instances of people saying sorry is getting them out of trouble. I wonder how long it's going to be before indecent assault offenders are allowed to go home if they say sorry. Fishface said in a statement that she had briefly removed her face mask while attending a wake, calling it a stupid mistake. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who have made a stupid mistake and not got away with it. Addressing Holyrood, Sturgeon said,
Presiding Officer, before I go any further today, I want to take this opportunity to say how sorry I am for my breach of rules that I ask all of us to follow every single day. I took my face mask off while briefly attending a funeral purvey last week. I'm sure everyone will have seen in the media this morning a picture of me without it. I want to be clear today that regardless of the circumstances, I was in the wrong. There are no excuses. These rules do apply to me just as they do to everyone else, and the rules really matter. I am kicking myself very hard, possibly harder than my worst critic ever could, but more importantly, I'll be making sure I don't drop my guard again.
Now, personally, I can understand how people might on occasions forget, especially when there are so many changes happening all the time. But one of the very few people who should remember, you would think, the very people forcing us to wear them, the very people making the laws that make it an offence not to wear them, especially when every other day these people are telling us in coronavirus briefings that we must wear them, is. Scotland's National Clinical Director Jason Leach told Good Morning Scotland that he had spoken to Ms Sturgeon last night and she was furious with herself. She is absolutely mad at this little lapse in concentration. It's so easily done, he said. We live in a completely different world from a year ago. So it's easily done. Is that why the police are so intent on skipping the explain and encourage part of their own guidance and jumping straight from engage to enforce? I mean, I guess it's okay to out other MPs, or in this case MSPs, because they're not you. But of course, the last thing you want is to step down as First Minister and give up the prestigious title and wage, even when you have done what others have been ousted for. A Scottish Conservative spokesman said the First Minister should know better. By forgetting the rules and failing to set a proper example, she's undermining essential public health messaging. It's a blunder that an ordinary member of the public wouldn't get away with. There cannot be one rule for Nicola Sturgeon and another for everyone else. Which is my point exactly, but I have no doubts that if it was that Conservative spokesman who got caught, he would be singing a different tune right now. Humza Yousaf, Scotland's Unjustice Secretary, said in a tweet that Fishface had been up front from the very beginning of the pandemic. She had apologised for the accidental lapse, which I suspect most of us have had one over the last 9 months. Yes, but I suspect that many of those who have had a lapse were fined for it, including those who were exempt from wearing one in the first place. But yet again, one rule for thee and another for me. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.